A very good morning to all my dear children, and today we are going to do the third part of your fourth lesson from the Diary of Anne Frank, which is an excerpt from Anne Frank's own autobiography. And the name of the autobiography, which is published in the form of a novel, is From the Diary of a Young Girl. And in your textbook, this is given as a lesson from the Diary of Anne Frank. We have seen in the introduction and the first part of the lesson that in this lesson she describes about the idea of writing the diary entry. So she finds it really strange to write a diary entry because there are two reasons: that she had never ever before written any diary entry, and one more thing is that she feels that nobody would be interested in reading her diary entry. Why would somebody uh, be reading it, and why would they be feeling interested in the musings of a 13-year-old schoolgirl? Then she thinks that let it be anything, and no matter if somebody reads it or not. But then she feels that she would write the diary entry because she had many things in her heart that she want to bring it on the paper. And according to Anne Frank, paper has more patience than people because they do not object. One can write everything, one can express everything on the paper. So then she discusses about why she want to have a diary. She says that she want to have a diary as a friend, thus she names the diary as Kitty. And she feels that she is all alone in this whole world. But then she tells us that no, she had a family, her father, her mother, her granny, and an elder sister too. And there were many classmates also whom she calls friend. But then she says that she feels alone because she doesn't have a true friend. So she decides to make her diary as a best friend until she gets a real friend. Okay, so here we are going to start our lesson from here. To enhance the image of this long awaited friend in my imagination, I don't want to jot down the facts in this diary the way most people would do, but I want the diary to be my friend, and I'm going to call this friend Kitty. So, here, children, we see that in this paragraph, she says that usually when someone is writing in a diary, they list down all the facts about them in a very formal manner, which the author does not want to do. Now, this is because she wanted to give her need for a friend a shape, and thus she decides to name the diary as Kitty, hoping that someone would read her diary one day. She thinks that writing without giving details about the background story would be very ineffective. So, despite not wanting to do so, she gives a brief details about her life. Since no one would understand a word of my stories to Kitty, if I were to plunge right in, I would better provide a brief sketch of my life. Much as I dislike doing so. This I've already discussed, children, that she thought that she should better give a brief character sketch of her life. Actually, she doesn't want to disclose all her personal details to anybody, but then she thinks that if somebody is going to read my diary, then they would feel not connected if they don't know the basic information about my life. So, despite she doesn't like telling people about her life, she writes it in her diary. Then, what does she write? What details is she giving? Let us read. My father, the most adorable father I have ever seen. So, she admires her father very much, and she tells about him that he didn't marry my mother until he was 36 and she was 25. So, she here gives us information about her father and mother, that when her father was around 36 years old and her mother was around 25 years, both of them got married. Then she tells us about her sister, the elder sister. My sister Margot. So, what was the name of her sister? Margot. She was born in Frankfurt in Germany in 1926, I was born on 12th June 1929. So Margot was born in the month of February 1926 and she was born in Germany. Which place? Frankfurt. Both the sisters were born in Frankfurt, Germany. And Frank was 3 years older than Anne Frank. Anne Frank was born in 1929. I lived in Frankfurt until I was 4. So till the age of 4, Anne Frank lived with her family in Frankfurt. Okay. Then her father emigrated. Emigrated means to leave one's own country, one's own land, and shift to another country. So, uh, her father emigrated to Holland in 1933, and mother Edith Hollander Frank went with him to Holland in September. While Margot and I were sent to Aachen to stay with our grandmother, Margot went to Holland in December and I followed in February when I was plunked down on the table as a birthday present for Margot. So she says that first of all her father went to Holland in 1933, then her mother went to Holland, Edith Hollander Frank. She went to Holland to near her father in the month of September, leaving both the sisters to Granny's house. And where was Granny living? She was living in Aachen. And in December, Margot was also called to Holland. Only now Anne Frank was remaining with her grandmother in Aachen. But in the month of February, she was also called in Holland, and it was time for Margot's birthday, and she was brought as a birthday present for Margot. I started right away at the Montessori nursery school. I stayed there until I was 6, at which time I started in the first form. In the sixth form, my teacher was Mrs. Cupris, the headmistress. At the end of the year, we were both in tears as we said a heartbreaking farewell. So then, after she joined the nursery school, Montessori school, that was her first school in Holland, and she says that she was there at Montessori till she was 6 years old, and at the age of 6 she joined a primary school in first form means class first standard, and then she continued in the same school, same primary school, till she reached the sixth standard. Now that was the end of primary school, after which she has to join a high school. So when it was time to leave the school at the farewell, her headmistress Mrs. Cupris, she even cried while at the farewell meet, because this shows a great attachment between Anne Frank and her headmistress. That we understand here that she really loved people and she respected people, and thus she was able to share mutual understanding, love, and bond. In the summer of 1941, Grandma fell ill and had to have an operation. So my birthday passed with little celebration. Grandma died in January 1942. No one knows how often I think of her and still love her. This birthday celebration in 1942 was intended to make up for the other, and Grandma's candle was lit along with the rest. The four of us are still doing well, and that brings me to the present date of 20 June 1942 and the solemn dedication of my diary. So here we understand one thing, that she has given us a brief account of her own life. She has a father, mother, an elder sister, and a granny too. Now when she shifted to Holland, there she has joined a Montessori, then a primary school. There she was having a very good teacher, Mrs. Cupris, who was her headmistress also, and they loved each other very much, that at the farewell they were in tears, both of them were in tears. Then she says that in summer 1941, Grandma fell ill and had to have an operation. So, in the year 1941, around her birthday, her grandmother fell ill, right? So, it was like she was not well, and when somebody is not well in the family, we don't feel like celebrating. So it was a very little celebration at her on her birthday. So she thought that maybe she can celebrate it in the next year. So but then in the next year, in January, in the first month itself, her grandma left them. That means she passed away. Now no one knew how often I think of her and still love her. This means that she really missed her grandma, and she says that she loved her very much. And this year they thought of celebrating in June 29, right? On June 29 it was her birthday. So they decided to give a very great, a grand birthday celebration to Anne Frank, just so as to compensate last year's celebration and this year's celebration of her birthday. So they have celebrated it very beautifully. And now she says that the four of us are still doing well, and that brings me to the present date of 20 June 1942. So the day on which she was giving a brief sketch, she says that till now all four of us, that means her father, mother, her sister and herself, they are in the best of their health and enjoying their life. And thus she says that I'm writing this solemn dedication of my diary. So solemn is sincere, and dedication means commitment. So she says that uh, that they all are doing well, and thus she sums up her background, and she tells that, and this brings her to the present date of June 20, 1942, when she is writing her diary.